A posto. Sì. Devo usare il pedal mouse. E la tastiera. E mi invio ancora. Sei. 7.
What will London have to say?
I still hear voices in my head every night.
My mother had a beautiful, soothing voice.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman.
What will London have to say to me?
I still hear voices in my head every night.
Così. No, a zero, che zero, indietro. Piano. Non mi di chi parla. Vabbè, lascialo così, dai. Progressione, questo blocco automatico, vibrazione. Veda Maul, però sembra che finito. Ho deattivato, va bene, generali. Mentre ok. Ah, perfetto, tutto ultra va bene, molto bene. Vedo un'amica in live. E questa voi non la vedete. È 9. Anche a 9 la vedete, vabbè, ve ne lascio 9 però. Nuova partita. Normale. Verde. Da-da-da-da.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Se no, morte sospesa. Menti per l'ultimo.
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
È un po' troppo veloce la sensibilità. Madonna. Decisamente troppo veloce, aspetta un attimo. Gioco. E io.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Sì, signora, posso berla. Ma ci ha riconosciuto? Oh no!
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary!
Ho ucciso mia sorella.
Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary.
Non diventa un vampiro anche lei adesso.
No, no.
Scusa, avevo sete. Non ci vedevo dalla sete.
This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me. No, no, don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
Porca troia, porca troia. È che è ancora troppo alta.
This can't be happening. No, please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on?
Sono io colpato, vero?
What have I done? What's all this about?
Has it fled? Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing!
Who are you?
Sì, decisamente è meglio i pedali. Allora il gamepad.
Be back! Sorry, but you left me no choice.
Provate a parlarvi, ma siete stronzi.
Who are you?
Gamepad.
Stupid beast!
Che schifo. Ora facciamo, vabbè, ho schivato. Devo attaccare con RB.
Sorry.
Perché il V-Sync mi sta uccidendo. Ah. sono qua?
No, please, stop!
Palle che prova a attaccare in RB ma non si attacca con RB. È automatico appena devo toccare con l'analogico.
What do you want?
Oh,
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
giustamente tu sono un vampiro.
The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Non ho caso qua. Non ho gravato. Sei elementi come il fuoco, vabbè. Non vivo.
I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go!
Che cazzo si corre col gamepad? Ora B. Ah, va un culo.
I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Oh. Bel ritratto, complimenti. Ripensa a mia sorella.
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Più che altro l'ha fatta a te. A lei gliel'hai fatto tu. Però signora, messa bene.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
L'ho ritrovato subito.
That's impossible.
Orologio. È un... Ordine mezza buono, questo oggetto può essere riciclato in componenti. Ok. Io non ho due lavandini così vicini. Oh, non mi vedo il riflesso.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warrior song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Cellini. Vabbè, tutto a posto. Mica tanto, sai.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Dettagli. Non aver usato. Arma a lungo raggio, 45 di danno. Tesi di tiro 10. Tempo di carica 15. Caricatore 6. Stordimento 10. Polver comune. Ah, posso combinare le armi. Come seleziono l'arma? Non posso.
I had better remain here until nightfall.
Con le fiamme. Certo, subito. Lini. Quindi che faccio? Dormo e vado a letto a dormire? Io ero insanguinato. Oh, posso dormire lì?
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all.
Che bibbughi che c'ho qua.
It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it.
Perché non in testa, scusa?
Rational thinking only.
Boom! Quando sopravvivo. Vampyr. Sangue l'ho perso sicuramente.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who changes blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Evoluzione. I letti di nascondigli permettono di evolvere e di riposare. Quindi i punti di esperienza per salire di livello e migliorare le tue abilità vampiresche. Autofagia. Inizia selezionando l'abilità disponibile. Autofagia. Prosciuga il tuo stesso sangue per curare all'istante un danno aggravato e normale. Lo già però. Ah, non ce l'ho. Ecco fatto. Parti un attacco ravvicinato che può togliere tutte le creature viventi in fronte a te. Lancia di sangue. Una lancia fatta di sangue che può trafiggere i nemici di fronte a te. Foschia ombra. Posiziona un'nuvola di ombre ai piedi del tuo bersaglio e ai tuoi. Nuvola esplode dopo un breve periodo causando un danno pesante. Ma per adesso faccio un cazzo. Ah no, devo fare per forza. Prego, Yauti. Yauti. Tu. Ecco qua.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must be.
Raggiungi il nord del polo.
Belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
My head's spinning.
Oi! Come out, you coward!
It's locked, all right.
E la porta è chiusa.
Fucking beasts!
C'è un cazzo qua, Paletto usato. Temi secondarie possono essere usate premendo Y, uno degli effetti speciali che consumano energia.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End.
Premi Y per usare il tuo paletto e infliggere un danno da stordimento. Il nemico stordito può essere morso. Premi per mordere un nemico stordito. Mordere un nemico fornisce sangue per usare le abilità e ricaricare la tua salute. Guarda sangue.
Strength. A strength I never knew I had.
Perfetto, a posto. Altro qua. Un cazzo proprio.
Leech spotted! Watch out! It's too strong!
È un pezzo di merda. Ah, ora scrivo così.
We have to stop it!
No, ma ha premuto il B. La prima volta l'abbiamo fatta. Comunque l'ho premuto il B, È veloce, quando ci sta? Perfetto.
Every fiber of my being is a fire.
Aspetta. Amico, di ciuccio. Ancora. Ah, ho detto ancora, pezzo di merda. Bastardo di merda.
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Ecco fatto. Un pezzo di cazzo.
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Buongiorno, uno mio. Io? Ecco qua. Fogli di Southwark. Il torre del tuo paese hanno bisogno di te. Unisciti all'esercito britannico e aiuta i coraggiosi soldati del fronte. Siete lo stesso? Lo strappato.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Un topo.
I have this thirst for
Oh.
blood. It's locked.
It's locked. Ti chiusa pure.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Piacere fa.
What will London have to say to me?
E che scattò? Che aspetto il controllo. Collegato il controller, non spento. Ricolleghi il controller. Ok. È chiusa.
I've so many questions unanswered.
Un po' scatticchiare, mi dà fastidio. Aspetta.
Another corpse. Have the these streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
E abbiamo sangue.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
O uno me lo nascondo io. E flickering le luci. Nascondo io, però te lo nascondo io, vabbè. Siamo pazzi. Creazione. Migliorare farmaci, sieri, miglioramento delle armi. E allora matta qua al cazzo, altro che. Devo tutte le altre cose. Riposare direi che è inutile adesso, quindi
At last, a little life. Whoever he may be, the killer recently entered this bar. Maybe some of the locals saw him.
sconosciuto. Sono sangue sconosciuto. Parla con gli abitanti.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
Certo.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
It's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
Grazie Sabrina.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
My
God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not Not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
Shh. I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
Ma cosa ha fatto?
I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. Anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you...
Dottor Edgar Swansea. Non conosco nient'altro ancora. In salute.
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
Una vittima.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may, If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor? That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
E poi vediamo. Tanto lo trovo. Poi vedo. Lo so.
I don't know yet.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Grazie, dottore.
I live long enough to see them red boot boys get what's coming to them.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Vabbè.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog. Hey?
Ah, ho capito.
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Profondità, ragazzi.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
Onesto.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Dyson Delaney. Oh dai, è l'inventatore della Dyson. Questo è il cognome che
Welcome
conta.
back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Chi ci ho richiesto?
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Spero che gli abitanti non mangia nessuno, tra loro.
I think drink no longer stirs me.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
Intero le persone. Ma sono sempre sulle tre.
I've never even been to India. Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
Voglio la verità.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Parli di lui.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
Un vampiro anche lui, sicuro.
Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Indizi sui cittadini. Hai appena ottenuto un indizio. Riguarda un'informazione segreta su un cittadino o qualcuno a lui collegato. Quanto vampiri bisogno di sangue umano per evolvere. La barra della qualità del sangue indica gli XP che guadagnerai se ti libererai di questo cittadino. Gli indizi sbloccati aumentano la qualità di XP. Ok. Erano buoni amici. Stanchezza. Cura con un farmaco per la stanchezza. Questo non è il mio stato di salute, quindi. Quindi Tom, parliamo del tuo amico. So.
You again. What can I do for you?
E parli di William.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
Ah, vedi.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Bene, Tom, io riferirò.
He didn't deserve this.
Esamina del bar. Era questo.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note.
Ordini di Priwen. Troppo.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles. This Bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Non posso raccogliere nulla nelle altre barche, no. E ti ciuccio. Madonna mia, sono distrutto. Avevo un cazzo addosso. No. Armi un coraggio, equipaggiamo. Armi un coraggio,
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Shut that foolish mouth of yours. You ever known McCullum to be wrong about anything?
Right. No time I
Mi sono curato per sbaglio.
But I've only been part of the guard for 3 weeks to the day.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. You've got one job. And find it fast.
Scheda nemico. Premi L per individuare i nemici nei paraggi per mostrare le loro schede. Ce l'ho già facendo. Resistenza. Quindi i nemici sono più resistenti a un determinato tipo di danno. Ci sono 4 tipi di resistenze. Fisica da mischia, lungo raggio, sangue e ombra. L'arancione indica una resistenza media, il rosso indica una resistenza alta. Via per continuare. Quindi col sangue lo distruggo.
Stupid beast!
E ti mozzico.
Murdering bastard!
E che pistola è, scusa? È morta pecora. Non c'è un modo per crociarmi. No.
Sorry, sir. No admittance. Go back home, idiot! Get them weapons ready!
E ti mozzico.
Filthy piece of shit! Don't look!
Testa di cazzo. Vieni qua, vieni. Bastardo. Che provato. No, peccato, devo ciucciarlo. Ma cazzo di luce ogni volta però. Morto qua. Parte impugnatura, lamiera di piombo. Perché tante volte posso migliorare le macete. Sì. Oh, mi ha fatto al 2 adesso. Una danno infestato 10%. È troppo solo. Oh. No, questo. E lì. Uno più di 5 a me, però vabbè. Hanno i centesimini magari. Sta cazzo di... Porto Nord.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Aspetta. Falce usata. Equipaggio un'arma a 2 mani, premi Y per usare l'eseguita speciale. La falce, ad esempio, può essere usata per effettuare parate che, se eseguite con il giusto tempismo, implicano danni gravi da stordimento. No, è qua. Ah, non posso? Uno spaletto voglio.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Drink outside tonight already and it did not quench my thirst. I must have more.
Oh dear God, not again. William, please stop.
Just a sip.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Porco cazzo. Ah, pezzo di merda. E ciuccia. Io ho premuto B, però va bene. Non c'è più stamina. E niente che ti mozzico, pezzo di merda. E William, bello che è andato. Oh, randello usato. Ma già il primo start. Più danno. Essa anche la faccia, però ha due mani. Vuole un botto di energia, vuole 30 la faccia. Guarda com'è però.
William, please, stop.
Mannaggia che sbaglio. Prego lui.
Let me go. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return
Porca
to my
troia,
flock. They
vivo!
stray without me.
Ma non c'avevi i pugni nella mano. Il braccio.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Certo, sì, però può continuare a aiutarmi. E è andata via.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
E ora? Non capire di sangue dal corpo di William.
This poor creature can't be my maker.
Fatto.
Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Questa è una barca col timone lì. Attimo diretto.
Where are we headed? We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say?
Un po' di tutto,
The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
Che culo.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Ma stiamo morendo o stiamo vivendo?
You are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Ma che gentile.
So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
E adesso? Noi leggiamo il sangue. Come salgo se la scala è occupata?
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
Certo, però.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that now! It's my turn!
Rotten ore, Christie. Each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river. Try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Guardate il sangue indica punti esperienza, ottenuto da come dire. Più alta la sangue, più esperienza. Bere il sangue della tua preda devi prima affascinarla per condurla lontano dagli occhi degli altri. Il livello di affascinazione deve essere uguale o superiore alla distanza del cittadino. Premi e libri per affascinare i a 1 e 1 ci abbiamo.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Abbraccia.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fuck me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Ho sentito le sue ultime volontà, ho toccato il muso col piede.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate.
Ancora, ma che fastidio.
Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Qua c'è roba, fermi tutti. Siamo pazzi? Posso brillare però. Non posso entrare di là. Cazzo. Peccato. Vai.
Come on, I don't have all night. Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Avrei una domanda.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Mi sono perso. Va bene, ci arriverò.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Lui?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Buono. Check-up medico.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
Poi posso comprare la pistola.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
Ottimo.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Si preoccupi.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Okay.
Goodbye, Milton. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Selezionate il giardino del bene e del male. Entra nel giardino sul retro. scegliere le missioni. No? L'ho lì tutte e due per forza. Sì, sì. Ok, ce l'ho attivo così praticamente. Dove cazzo non è il video sul retro? Ma che scatta, è incredibile. Sì, no, questo c'è una media. Vediamo pure là. Il giardino, il giardino. E un po' di altri pazienti. L'ospedale è pieno, c'è voglia di tornare a casa. O al giardino.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Minchia. Pezzo di merda. Ah, vedi sto stronzo. Pasta di piombo per potenziare il colpo. Ma no, non ho visto la mia vita. Forti già però, già. Appena arrivato, già spaccano i culi loro. Veramente mi farò fermare da 3 stronzi. Poi mi sono perso. Dove cazzo era il giro di qua? C'è un modo per darmi. No, corsa lenta. No, devo solo camminare. Pezzo di merda. Vieni qua. Non vieni? pezzo di cazzo. Ho schivato un grande. Piano piano. Pezzo di merda. È al 7 quello, fessa. Aspetta un attimo. Fammi curare, va. Eita, bastardo. Ascio in merda. Il portafoglio. Fotografia. Una fotografia di una coppia innamorata che sorride. Su c'è scritto Milton e Pippa. Per sempre. Insomma. Complimenti per il nome. Mostro di fucile. Era quello il portafoglio, sì, il portafoglio poi era. Come si chiamava lui, aspetta. Milton, ho trovato la foto di Pippa. Tua moglie ovviamente intendo, mica. Assolutamente. Di qua. Ok, chiude. Si chiudono da sole. Oh. Scomparso Milton. Eccolo qua. Tieni Milton il portafoglio.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of
No,
skin colour that bothers
assolutamente,
you?
ci ho manco pensato, presentato il nome
Good.
io.
Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Ah.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
Va buona Milton. Se vedemmo. Pagina è uscita. Andrei a vedere finalmente il mio ufficio qua. Signora, tutto a posto?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me
Thelma, che cazzo
Why
è?
is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Io.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Secondo me qua sta raccontando tipo le stronzate. Lei è un vampiro.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Come ti senti?
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul. Or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Signora, come dice lei?
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Chi sono i suoi nemici? Mi dica.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure.
Oh.
But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
No. Nuova indagine. Indagini cittadini. Indagini cittadini sono presenti qui. Sì, ma già l'ho vista, amico mio. Iniziare una missione cittadini seguendo la pista con X. Poi accettando la versione. Fischiato tantissimo. X. Rintraccia. Scopri chi sta spiando Thelma.
I'll leave you, Mistress.
Vederla Vampiro.
To your nocturnal activities.
Come andare finalmente al mio ufficio, poi facciamo due indagini, va.
Not now.
Così. Sbagliato. Uguale, più veloce. Io. È chiusa. Ah, già la targhetta pure mi hanno messo.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Vabbè, è andata bene. Eh sì! Come letto. Chi è che sta parlando? Chi è che sono un idiota?
The flower's dying. It needs water.
It needs water. Poi la piglio l'acqua. 25 scellini. Che verde la luce? Reazione, devi prima analizzare i componenti che hai. Devo analizzare i componenti. Analizzo. Fiero rigenerante leggero, rigenera all'istante 300 punti salute e poi 150 punti salute in 15 secondi. Ok? Peccato che mi manca il tartaro di ferro e la soluzione di ipoclorito di sodio. Ipoclorito, non so leggere.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is
sono
about to
rossissimi.
rise. I can feel it.
Come si chiama? Mi viene come
I'll
si chiama la parte
continue
bianca
tomorrow
dell'occhio.
night.
Porca troia.
I have so much time now.
Ah, prima non ne avevo scorta, altro che facevo i fornici di tutto. Dove vanno i proiettili in eccesso lì. Aspetta un attimo, prima di riposare, voglio scoprire chi sta spiando Thelma. Vampiro. Obiettivo sbagliato si chiama, tra l'altro. Io non so manco dove cazzo dovrei andare io.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Ma da dove cazzo dovrei iniziare a investigare?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana. Pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Indizio disponibile.
How did you get this job? After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
È molto sollevata, quasi morta. Ah, può essere qua. Crede nella vita dopo la morte, prima questo.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. for I sell all kind of goods.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
E chi viene per
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Ah.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Punto di vista. Arrivederla, dottore.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Vorrei capire dove cazzo dovrei guardare.
I'm sorry you ended up like plain and cold medical benches. I understand you must be very angry about this. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass
Due viti. Del grasso lubrificante. Quello che sono andato prima. E poi dovrò prima pure. No, andiamo a riposarci a letto.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took that pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
No, assurdo.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
So little result.
Non mi ha aiutato con te, no, però.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
It's here again.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Vabbè, almeno.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Ah, boh. Mica male questo. Cosa c'è? E questo che? Arba? Cos'è? Volume del tuo sangue, che senso, scusa? Ah, ne so, la barra del sangue ce l'ho più capito. Oh, adesso era bene così. %100% di danno. Ok. Dettagli. Prendi il controllo e lasci che che sia la bestia a comandare per un breve periodo. La bestia si lancia su tutti i nemici intorno a te e li colpisce con furia. Ah, sono le supreme quelle. Ne vogliono 1000 ora. Figa. $2000. E andato a fare un'altra volta questo. Un po' di... Non l'ho fatto? Ah sì, che non me lo segna qua che al 2, lo segna sempre 1. E questo quasi quasi. Anche se metti che lo voglio assorbire così. Per fare questo al 2 e poi faremo questo. Ma sì, ma facciamo. A posto. Confermo. La notte seguente. Eventi importanti del quartiere. Ogni notte le conseguenze delle tue azioni potrebbero migliorare e danneggiare lo stato di salute del quartiere. Ah, è del quartiere, ok. Potrebbe deteriorarsi anche a causa di malattie che si diffondono tra i cittadini. Eventi importanti del quartiere. Più uccidi, più malato diventa un quartiere. Se lo stato di salute del quartiere scende al di sotto del limite critico, piomberanno nel caos. State a decidere il destino del quartiere. Oh. Oh, solo lui ed esce dopo.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete,
Vedo che camici bianchi.
I'd better learn to
Impara a vivere tra
hide
i
my true
mortali.
nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood? The flower's dying. It needs water.
E il quartiere in salute.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry. There's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't
pure tu,
have.
dai.
Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
All'obitorio! Una velocità incredibile. Questa è la porta? Di no. Questa qua. E caricamento. Vecchio obitorio. Per essere vuoto ci sono un sacco di rumori qua, No, no, ho sbagliato, pensavo di aprirle. Mannaggia a me. Ho sbagliato. Questo è l'ospedale, aspetta. Non è che erano chiuse le porte, tra l'altro, scusami. Apertissimo. Direi che qui non c'è un cazzo.
I cannot enter.
Oh.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Influenza. Via di alcol.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Aspetta, lo posso scendere. Non si apre.
It's locked, all right.
Ma non si apre. Vieni qua, vieni un po' di sangue. Bastardo. Non l'ho tolto. Tolto massimo. Oh, bravo. Non ho stamina, mannaggia a me. Ah, cazzo, non posso più. Qui c'ho.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers.
Palle di Marte.
As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Non c'è un cazzo. Saranno le palle di Marte. Cazzo, sto cadavere. Ha preso anche corposo e acquoso. Saprà lui. Chi era la signorina di prima? Non fate tempo a vederla. Però salve.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals.
Bastardo. Unica sorella. Sbagliato. Oh, che bello. Artrato di ferro. Merda. Mamma. Ce ne due. Guarda che sono un po' scarico. Ehi, Porca troia. Ah, vaffanculo. Ah, vaffanculo, ecco. Di merda. Ma guarda sto pezzo di merda. E te che sei praticamente morto, avanculo. Alto tartarato di ferro. Non l'ho visto, buono, aspetta un attimo. Però il coroner del Pembroke Hospital, relazione del stesso indagine, il defunto Samuel Connor, razza caucasoide si dice, il suo maschio da 39 anni, residenza sconosciuta, occupazione pescatore, luce di morte naturale, proprio causa di morte polmonite e decorso breve causato da un addensamento polmonare di origine virale, influenza spagnola. Partecipanti all'autopsia dottor Corcoran Tippett, infermiera Gwyneth Branagan. Nome e firma di coroner, dottore, va bene.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. It's locked.
Cazzate. Coltello listo non usato. Raccontiamo cazzate, Angolo della bocca.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally open to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
Quelli sono normali, quindi.
A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
Emorragia toracica.
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Hai fatto la cacciata. Medico i miei coglioni, Ma guarda, una borsetta. Andiamo da lì piano piano. Caffè. L'ho distrutto, non me l'aspettavo. Prato e chinino. Vedo prima. Oh. Salve John. E se no, aspetta John. John, non si fa così. Ma mette un'ombra, aspetta. Aia. Cazzo di cazzo. Vieni qua, vieni. Dammi un po' di sangue, dammi. Guarda, servono 3 per sto punto di oro. Ai. Vedo l'oro. Ah, cazzo. Ok. Quale che delle volte più attaccare quel RB ancora.
I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Io non posso andare di qua. Fare così. Formula enigmatica. Non posso fare nient'altro, mi sa. Ah, senti che bordello fanno qua sopra.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Vediamo chi che fa bordello qua sopra. Ah, salve. Non avevo visto che avevo un cazzo di vita. Molto bene. Sembra i primi tempi su Dark Souls. E non guardavo la vita e morivo come un cretino. Vabbè, dai, che ho già fatto tutto, però. Quindi andiamo da questo stronzo qua dietro. Faccia di merda, vieni qua. Culo. Stronzo. Allora?
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Forse ho deciso di nuovo. Porco cazzo. Che ne faccio, sì. Andare via, va. Fanculo. Il farmaco per la stanchezza. Ok.
The flower's dying.
Non volevo vedere quello. Reazione, hai abbastanza comprendere per creare una medicina, farmaco per la stanchezza. Fatto. Adesso altra medicina Dorothy. Non è qui. Aspetta. Anni. Adolescente, 16 settembre. Qui no, è necessariamente bruciato e assicurato da una bomba durante la guerra, anche con l'uso dei nostri stativi più forti, è fermo di sopportare regolarmente il dolore acuto causato dalle ferite. Come sia già detta, le fiamme stessero ancora bruciando sotto la pelle. Quello che era cosa anche a noi. Abbiamo un indizio nuovo su di lui. Vai giù. Non so che ne ha fatto tutti i vari sensi, però. Ecco qua.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Le malattie diminuiscono la quantità del sangue di un cittadino. Usa il farmaco giusto per guarirlo. Parla con il paziente della stanza dietro di Dottore per valutare il suo stato di salute. Una talpa nell'ospedale.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
E l'ho dato?
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Perfetto, adesso parlo con tutti.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Andiamo da Swansea. Attenzione al sangue, ricorda, il sangue dei cittadini fornirà un grande aumento degli XP. Scegli i cittadini con un livello di fascinazione pari o di sotto del tuo e scegli con saggezza.
But we have some of the most brilliant minds in London.
Aspetta, giusto, era sopra nel suo ufficio.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
Essere o non essere?
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Beh, fa ridere un po', no? Non è un
I'm a dead man. I was murdered. Now I'm a murderer. Tell me how this is a gift.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
È divertente.
Thank you. But I'd rather you didn't speak so lightly about my condition. There is nothing I find amusing about this situation.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Prima vado in bagno, arrivo ragazzi. Non trovo la ciabatta però, il problema è questo. Eccola. Ecco, arrivo. Allora. Non posso parlare del... dov'è? Ecco. Ripeto. Cazzo è? Ragazzi. No. Chi cazzo era? Nada. Cazzo era Tippet? Lo conosco, quindi ci ho parlato. E lui? Conosciuto, mi dice in teoria il suo nome. Oh, yeah.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
As for me...
Conosciuto.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit.
How long must I wait, damn it?
Quelli fuori? Lui? Ah! Lei sarà l'altra.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett
Era in inglese.
I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
Perhaps you did it with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks? Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born yesterday.
Mai.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Non avevo spaccato un altro inizio, scusami un attimo.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need.
Questo l'ho sbloccato che era quello che avevo già. Dove Tippett? Ah, faccia di cazzo!
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us.
Proprio io.
I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
Voglio salvare vite, no?
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Io la coprirò.
I will cover for you, Dr. Tippett, by keeping what happened to Mr. Connor to myself.
I don't know what to say, actually. I can't exactly force you to become my accomplice.
You didn't force me. This is my decision to make. I believe you're still of use to the hospital, considering the situation.
Then I can make you this promise. As soon as the epidemic is eradicated, I will resign.
Oh.
What will you do after your resignation? Do you have a plan?
I always fancied visiting Cyprus. Such a beautiful island. I could buy a house there, by the sea. Read poetry, and wait for death.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Pembroke is still standing after this epidemic. There's good reason to be proud.
Indagine fatta. Peccato che non... No, beh. Questo stavo di fare. Ma fa un culo difficile.
And I thought last summer's epidemic was difficult.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Ma è Vampiro? No.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Ah, quindi lei veniva e ciucciava le persone. Poi dice, sono morti dissanguate. Vero?
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Ok. No, non è entrato di qua, aspetta un attimo.
The life running in your veins. Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect. What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern.
Where's
Dr. Swansea?
Stia zitta.
Dr. Swansea is quite busy, and I need you to help me get acclimated. I have many questions.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something.
Brava,
this
ci è
isn't a social
arrivata.
call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scream scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Allora, una Pippa, Dorothy e Winnet.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Dove cazzo è Pippa? Così? Pippa? Dai, cazzo. Non sarà mai l'infermiera Pippa. Di qua direi di no. Ecco la Pippa. E giù. Così, Pippa.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
Oh, vedi.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if the nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Onesto.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm fine, really. I just need to sleep.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Parliamo con Dorothy. La piglio, Dorothy, 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 Dorothy. Cazzo è Dorothy? Dorothy. Ha l'occhio lui. Esamina l'azione del cittadino. Vai. No, sconosciuto.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience
Martello
you
Brumaio
in
volevo
some way,
sentire.
Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals Not overrated dabblers.
Vederla.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Cazzo è Dorothy? Ma me li indica adesso. Me li indicava anche prima.
So many deaths. You always knew.
Pippa. Eccola. E Gwyneth non è
Good
Dorothy
evening,
proprio
Nurse
uguale.
Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Dove castelli? Dove cazzo è andata quell'altra?
It's only a matter of time before the Pembroke closes its doors for good.
Origliare. Prima di se tu si sta comportando in maniera sospetta il suo cuore emetterà un bagliore particolare. Ah, ecco perché era sospetto il tipo di... Guardandolo sbloccherei un'interazione speciale.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals. Or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Vado lì e lo ammazzo. Ogni di Poplar.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Ma tu cazzo sta cercando il tesoro? Ma scemo di merda. Grazie mille. Bastardo. Cazzo di stronzo. Ehi qua. Vale. Come passo? Per un'altra via? Ecco. Sbagliato. Dove dopo.
This is despicable.
Despicable. Bestia delle fogne. È un lupo
What
mannaro.
sort of creature is this?
Porca troia, che dolore! Vai. Ah, stronzo! Ah, fregati! E qua! Bestione! Duro lui, Bastardo. Figlia alla fanculo. Non ho più stamina per schivare. Tosto lui, oh. Dobbiamo cambiare serie di livello. Volevo. Sbagliato.
I have this thirst for blood.
Lei. Uscire. No, salgo un attimo di livello, che ho 2400 punti. Attenzione, c'è il rischio che potrebbe non sopravvivere la prossima notte. Per vedere come sta. Ma stai calmo.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe now. Do you think you can reach the street by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
La foto ci dà aiuto, andrò al suo quartiere la notte seguente. Non è che funziona anche voi.
Are you sure you're all right, sir?
Yes, I'll be. As soon as I can see the sky again.
Vabbè. Fai uscire anche me, va che... Pago di livello. Aspetta, l'ospedale è di là. Perfetto. Ah, da qua è entrato io, ecco perché. Allora, ancora dei frame che mi dà molto fastidio. Lascio tutto... Ah, alta andrei da Dio in teoria. Questa bassa, anche se in caso sia la densità di dispersione. L'arpeggio di prima. Perfetto. Ora è aperto. Allora. Quasi quasi avrei anche questo. Anche se mi sa che era molto resistente al sangue lui. E 1000 te assai, però facciamo che... Da roba. Che c'è? Costa solo 300 effettivamente. Io sono già al 9. Ah sì, facciamo lo stesso. No, aspetta. Oh, confermare. Ah, è tornato lui. Farmaco per il mal di testa. Ok. Faccio del tonfo. Per adesso. A voi a te. E carghiamo. Ok. E rieccoci. Ah, non sono dal 10 però. Però sta al 9. Era di qua per scendere. Dal 4. Perfetto. Cazzo, potevo migliorare neanche l'arma ora che ci ho pensato. Vabbè. Non ci avevo pensato purtroppo.
What sort of creature is this?
Dai a lui. Sicuramente gli faccio più male e... sai quando faccio equilibrio in realtà. Ho sbagliato, devo attaccare normalmente, non fare il sangue. Un Discord, un attimo, sono un po' impegnato. Dovrei per capire. Però dovrei ciucciarlo. Non posso durare. Ciccio bella. C'è dei cazzi. Una specie di lupo mannaro qua. Ma vaffanculo. Basta, tutto qua non fa nulla. Che brutto rumore dell'acqua. Scusa, non faccio niente, l'ho ucciso così, non dico nulla. Posto? Vabbè.
Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway.
Sei malato, se non hai denaro, ovunque tu sia, ovunque tu provenga, una trota in culo prenderai. E trovare Dorotia per ricevere aiuto, niente interagire, niente spese, non facciamo domande, deve solo trovare la casa di Darius Petrescu e mostrare questo coupon. Come si legge quell'accento lì? È un'altra lingua. Cazzo di lingua è?
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Cos'è? Pergamaganato di potassio? Dopo! Amo! È schifo. E ora posso tornare bellamente all'ospedale e la prossima volta andiamo alla Whitechapel. Scatola. Polvere di alluminio. Ah, ho trovato i proiettili. A quanto ritardo, scusami, che cazzo di... Pensavo che qualcuno avesse caricato una pistola. Ma qui sotto non c'è nulla, vero? No, il tipo l'ho liberato prima, quindi no. Vabbè. Let's go to the mall. Pip pip. Ben chiamato ospedale, però. E carica. Ah, vedi. Perché cazzo stanno cantando qua? C'è una festa. Ecco fa. Bastardo, si è girato. Partire ancora in salute, meno male. C'è ancora qualche sconosciuto qua, vero? Ha dei segretissimi, aspetta. Che segretoni che hanno quelli. No! Non arrivo a urigliare. Aspetta. Fanno il sesso?
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Oh. Nuovo indizio poi, va bene. Poi c'è un altro stronzo che aveva il cuore fortemente rosso. È quello. Posso parlare col quasi morto? Basta toccare. Ma scusa? Ma sta comodo? Giuro? E l'avrei messo più orizzontale. Se. Poi oh, sta comodo lui. Non vuole parlare, immagino. Vederla, ognuno. Sì, poi comunque. Andiamo a parlare con la tipa, là, va. Una delle poche che mi manca. In questo distretto qui. Scusi, no scusi, lei è il dottore, me ne frega una sega. È lei.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer
Era un
could be
reato
thrown
ai
in
tempi.
jail. I can't.
O anche adesso, spero, non sono informato.
I won't.
I understand you fear the legal
Chi
consequences,
incolpano,
Mrs.
scusa, come fai a essere
Goswick.
reato?
But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension, not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
Dice yes. Ah.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived, but we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Signora, purtroppo, i figli di puttana non trattiamo
Goodbye,
bene.
Mrs. Goswick.
Con rispetto, Eccolo l'ultimo sconosciuto, è il pelatino.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Il braccio rotto.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Tizio.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Ah, ecco. Fascinazione, lo direi adesso.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter. And a good one,
pure
too.
bravo, umile
But that
anche.
means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
Vederla, frate.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Ti deluderò, figlio mio. Guarda qui su tutti, oh. Sto bastardo, chi è? Un dottore? È che quello lì che mi sono storto nel letto? Non credo. Mi sta facendo qualcosa di illegale. Dove cazzo si esce questo posto di merda? Dov'è? Dov'è? Sì, legalissimo, legalissimo. Dove devo andare per osservarla bene? È lì, dove cazzo ci arrivo lì? È dentro l'ospedale? Sì, sì, porca di quella puttana. Aspetta che mo arrivo, aspetta. Eccolo. Ma che sta facendo? Che sta facendo?
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir?
Ah,
You won't
gli
need any of these
fotte
anyway.
gli oggetti di
I'm
valore.
not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you.
Hai capito, faccia di cazzo.
You see, no one has claimed your body, sir. So it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. Will not forget you, sir. and I thank you for your generous donation.
Ecco perché non è più dottore, non perché ha scelto io, onestamente. Vaffanculo, c'è di merda, vieni qua. Te ne dico 4, te ne dico faccia di cazzo. Ah, pure simpatico mi stavo. Guarda dentro. È uscito. Allora, ciccia.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Un
Such a pleasure to
piacere.
see you again.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Ruba i morti?
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
Certo. Abbia rispetto per I morti.
You should show respect for the dead. What about their loved ones who may treasure these items you sell?
The bodies I watch over are the unwanted and undesired, sir. I would never deprive anyone of their family artifacts.
Vabbè, Cash per stavolta.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Per stavolta e basta. Rubarti le cose che qua. Ecco. Puoi tornare nelle mie stanze. Non sono di qua. Metto ospedale o labirinto. Ok, di qua. Sono curioso, ma ancora più su. Cazzo c'è? Niente. La porta. Ti pare proprio. Aspetta, quella è chiusa? Sì. E il dottore qua? Ah, Tippet.
It's locked.
A posto. Come si salva o salva solo? Salva solo, cioè, metto l'inizio. Ah, ma cazzo, pensavo al menu principale. Vabbè, posto. Era un esci generico. Pensavo, vabbè. Oh, niente. Domani andiamo alla Cappella Bianca. Notte ciao. Non rubate i morti.